Hey everyone, today we're doing 5 battles of a Remix Cup with Alolan Raichu, Mandibuzz, and Poliwrath. I ended up going 4-1 in this set, so it was a pretty solid set, and let's get into it. So first we land Alolan Raichu into Crobat. Now that's a very good lead for us. So he swaps out into Drapion, and I go into Mandibuzz. Now unless he has Sludge Bomb, this is a pretty winnable matchup for us, because Aqua Tail won't do too much. I charged a little bit of extra energy here, so I'm kind of nervous. This could be a Sludge Bomb, but it is an Aqua Tail, so I should be able to win this matchup pretty easily. Aerial Ace is what I'm going to be throwing, because Dark resists Dark, and throwing a Foul Play would not be the move here. So Aerial Ace sucks, which, it's a kind of a crappy move. It doesn't hit that hard, but it'll add up over time. So we're just going to keep on throwing these Aerial Aces. He's going for another move. Predicting just another Aqua Tail. He could go for a Crunch, attempting to get a debuff, but that would be resisted. There's the Aqua Tail. I'm just going to keep going. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to do with this. I'd like to come out of this matchup with energy, and I'd like to be low so the Crobat can't get too much energy on me. Or can't farm me down too much. So he's not exactly in farm down range because he resists Snarl, so I can't exactly Snarl him down here. But I think I can take another and go for a Foul Play. Oh, I'm going to overcharge a little bit and go for a Aerial Ace. This is kind of a slow, drawn-out matchup because we're both tanky and have kind of weak attacks. But now the Crobat comes back in, and I can fire off a Foul Play. Now, Shadow Crobat is something I did not expect to see in this. Shadow Crobat is a pretty spicy pick, excuse me. So yeah, I was very shocked to see that. But now we can come back in with Alolan Raichu. And he throws right away, which tells me this isn't a Shadow Ball and it's just a Poison Fang. Now, yes, Poison Fang will hurt. It will hurt a lot, but I'm going to let it go through. And he has a Greedent in the back. I wasn't really too sure how to feel about this because, Greedent is thick, and I'm not running Dynamic Punch on my Poliwrath. I'm running Scald and Ice Punch. So it definitely would have helped me to have it here, but we're going to have to see what we do. So I no-shield this one, just to, test the water, see how much a Body Slam does. And it does a lot. Damn. That's a big chunk. So especially with Bullet Seed damage, we're really going to need to shield. We're going to really be pressured to shield here. So we're just going to keep throwing Scalds. Hopefully going to get that attack debuff, which would be nice. Does a decent chunk of damage and no attack debuff, which sucks. But now I need to start shielding, which is a little unfortunate. Excuse the notifications, by the way. I really keep on forgetting to turn on Do Not Disturb. It's my bad, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. I think after that last notification that just came through, I don't think there's many more. Maybe 1 or 2. It's going for another Body Slam. Hoping to live this so I can get to another Scald, and I do. Now I'm expecting him to shield this, and I'm going to try to switch into Alolan Raichu. And the only reason I won this game is because of a misplay on my opponent's part. Because I thought I was screwed here. He's going to have a Body Slam. He's just going to throw another Body Slam before I'm able to farm down, But he switches. It's coming up in a second. So he switches, I believe, right about now. And I can just farm down now. He's energy dry. And I just farm down and go for a Wild Charge. I may have been screwed if he had stayed in. It probably would have been close. Because if I had just thrown the Wild Charge, I would have been severely debuffed. So those Air Slashes probably would have added up over time. But GG, very nice. So yeah, big misplay on my opponent's part. Should have just stayed in with Greedent. I can see what he was trying to do, though. Maybe catch the Wild Charge, but it just didn't work out for him. So into our next battle. I haven't been playing too much Remix Cup. I've just kind of been chilling in open, but I decided to test out some Remix Cup just for the hell of it, and it's pretty fun. Not sure if I just got lucky these matches, because I did get a lot of favorable matches with the Alolan Raichu. There is a match, I believe in this video, where I landed triple, not counters, but Alolan Raichu essentially could wipe this guy's entire team. It was ridiculous. I think this is the game, actually. So, he leads into Wormadam, which isn't terrible. I know I need to watch out for Bug Buzz, but I know Bug Buzz is a high energy move, so I don't really need to worry about it yet. So my plan here is to charge to 2 wild charges, then swap into Mandibuzz. So we're going to shield this first one. And it is the Bug Buzz, so very nice shield by me. And now we're going to go for back-to-back. So we're going to throw this first one. And almost lets it go down, so now I can farm down. So we're going to see what he comes in with next. And he comes with a Mandibuzz, which I'm saying, he's got to have something extremely weak to this in the back. Because Mandibuzz, being that dark flying type, is going to take a lot of damage from Wild Charge. So he shields the first one. Now he has no shields, or 1 shield, my bad. And now I can just shoot for a second one. And this will probably be getting the second shield, I think. So this will do a crazy amount of damage. And now we're going to swap into my own Mandibuzz. And we'll see. Yeah, in the back he had a Mantine. I should have... I would have loved to see Alolan Raichu go up against Mantine. That would have been beautiful. So, yeah. Alolan Raichu is definitely something this guy's backline did not want to see. But so far, I mean, it's looking like we have this. I can imagine this is going to be an Ice Beam, and it is, but it doesn't take us out. Mandibuzz is just so thick. And we can just spam foul plays like nobody's business. It's ridiculous. And I think we outpace him before he gets to another. I'm pretty sure it's 4 levels to an Ice Beam, or 5. And we barely make it right before he does. And this essentially locked in our game. I mean, there's really nothing you can do here. We're going to be a Mandibuzz mirror match. I have a shield. I still have an Alolan Raichu with health. And I still have a Poliwrath. I mean, there's really nothing you can do. So, we can still do some extra chip damage with Aerial Ace. This is a very boring matchup, and I'm sorry for that, but I'm pretty sure he quits the match coming up soon after he realizes that, you know, he's pretty screwed. Yeah, I let him throw here, and I'm just going to come in with Poliwrath, and I'm pretty sure once he sees the Poliwrath, he leaves. Which I don't blame him. He might have had some play, I guess, if he had loaded up on energy, but pretty sure. No, he's actually staying for a bit. And now he decides to leave. There we go. So yeah, I mean, not much my opponent could do there. Kind of just hard countered him. But yeah. So let's move into this next battle. Again, it's a very solid team. Alolan Raichu just rips apart so much of the meta in the Remix Cup. I mean, so many Mandibuzz leads, so many good leads for Raichu. So we land a Frostlass lead, and I'm alright with this. I can charge to 2 wild charges, throw them and dip. That's what I tend to do. So, of course, I'm going to shield the first Avalanche. And I'm only 1 volt switch away from from back-to-back wild charges. So we're gonna let this it's actually a crunch, which I'm a little surprised by. I don't know who runs crunch on their Frostlass, but we can go for back-to-back wild charges now and either snag both shields or take switch advantage, and I'm fine with either. So we get the first shield, and then he switches into Obstagoon, which, you know, I'm alright with. This wild charger still hit for a huge chunk. Now we're going to come in with Poliwrath. Now my plan here with Poliwrath was to load up on energy, go for an Ice Punch, and attempt to farm down. But he throws this Night Slash here, and I think you can tell, you know, by my tone, and he gets a boost, which really, really sort of screwed up my plan here, so I just threw a Scald immediately. I got to get this thing out. This thing could rip apart my team. I mean, it really could. So we get it out of there, so I'm happy about that. And he comes in with a Cresselia. Now, this is looking very good for me. I have a Mandibuzz in the back, which can handle Cresselia pretty well. And we're just going to go for Scald, get some extra chip damage. And I'm pretty sure we get 2 attack debuffs. Yeah, so we get the first one here. And I barely make to another Scald. Boom. And we get a second attack debuff coming up. It's very satisfying. Now, I'm starting to think here, he's double debuffed. So, maybe a Grass Knot won't take me out, but I'm pretty sure it'll be more than enough, which is unfortunate. So, yeah, now I can just come in with Mandibuzz, and he swaps instantly into Frostlass. Now, I didn't mean to catch that, but I think that might have won me the game. So now we're catching an Avalanche on our Alolan Raichu, which is very good. And so now we just need to go for 2 foul plays. He gets to another one. Now, I really need to outpace him here, otherwise I'll be in some trouble. So he's still got a shield, but I can throw this foul play. But luckily, Snarl just generates energy so fast that I think I should be able to barely outpace him. Yep, I should be able to. Oof, barely make it. Nice. So now he's just got the Cresselia in the back, but the Cresselia does have energy, so I'm worried about a potential back-to-back Moonblast, or close to back-to-back Moonblast. So he throws a move here, and I mean, this has got to be Moonblast. There's no reason to throw anything else. Grass Knot is resisted, and Future Sight's resisted if he's running Future Sight, but it is just the Moonblast, and that hurts a lot, so I'm really worried about a second one, but we outpace him. Mandibuzz is so spammy. It's so solid just all around. It's solid in open. It's solid in remix. It's just very good. So, GG, game 3. We did pretty good. So, moving into game 4. Now, I'm pretty sure this is the one I lost, but it was an extremely close game. And I'll tell you why. So we lead Raichu into Driftblim. A pretty solid lead. I mean, he can't really do too much. I mean, it sucks that we're taking super effective. But he swaps into Lantern, which I don't really know what to do here. I want to come in with Mandibuzz, but I can't really because, Thunderbolt's going to hit really hard. And I also want to come in with Poliwrath, but Thunderbolt's also going to hit him pretty hard. So I throw that, and I'm going to attempt to catch what I would hope is a Hydro Pump. And I catch that perfectly. But unfortunately, it still is a Thunderbolt. I guess that was the right move to go for on his part. Thunderbolt still would have hit Alolan Raichu for a lot, especially since it was debuffed. But we can just go for Ice Punch. This is resisted because water resists ice, but this will still be enough to take him out. So, I mean, we're looking pretty fine here. I would have really liked to make it to another Ice Punch, but we barely don't make it, which is kind of unfortunate. But we have Mandibuzz, which is even harder of a counter, to be honest. So yeah, this is looking alright. And now the reason I brought in Mandibuzz and not Alolan Raichu, the reason I showed my backline, is because I'm so worried about a Charmer in the back. If you've noticed something about my team, I'm running Fighter and a Dark, and then a Glassy Psychic type. So a Charmer pretty much ruins my team, but when you don't run into a Charmer, it performs well. Luckily, there aren't too many Charmers in Remix. So he's just going to be throwing these Icy Winds at us. So we're just going to throw Foul Play. No need to throw Aerial Ace. Not the right move to throw. So we're just going to keep on throwing these. Now we get his final shield, which is really, really, really good. I was kind of hoping I could outpace him, because then I could have just saved both my shields. I'm putting maybe a little bit too much reliance on Alolan Raichu here. But, I'm thinking, this is Remix, so Stunfisk isn't out there. And Stunfisk is really, one of the hardest counters to Alolan Raichu. So I come in with him now. And he swaps into Diggersby. That's rough. But we can still go for Psychic. This is where Grass Knot arguably would be better. But I need the debuff to win here. And I don't get the debuff, which is really unfortunate, but... So, yeah, this is pretty unfortunate. Now, I'm still thinking I have some hope, I'm going to throw this next Psychic. This will still hit a lot. This will still hurt him a lot. Boom. It gets him pretty low, but he's just going to be able to farm us down, and we just don't have that much damage put onto him. Now, I know, this is where I start to think I can make a comeback. I know I can survive a Fire Punch, and I don't need to worry about fast move pressure from either of these Pokemon. So I'm thinking, what can I do here? So he throws another Fire Punch. Now, I don't think I can Snarl down in time, but he does make a swap, and I see how much damage one Hex does, and I need to throw. I mean, I can't handle that. So I throw this Foul Play. Now he's just got the Digger's Bee, and this is just a race. Such a close race. Oh, barely don't make it. 1 HP in a dream. He's going to take me out with a Fire Punch. So yeah, very close game. I'm happy it came that close. I'm always happy when I make a game close and it's not a hard loss. So I'll take it. So into game 5. Very well played by my opponent there. Bringing in that Drift Blim, so I had to throw. That was really his play there, because I could have just farmed him down and had 2 Foul Plays. Or built up to 2 Foul Plays, not 2 Foul Plays. So, kind of been fluctuating at Ace between the 2200s and the 2100s. It's probably because right now, Ace isn't really Ace. It's all the former legends. Pretty much everyone's at Ace and Veteran right now. So we lead into Malamar in this game. That's not great, because he can throw Foul Plays at us, which will hurt a lot. So this is a Foul Play right now. And what I'm kind of want to do here is I want to try to catch a Foul Play on my Mandibuzz, but Volt Switch is just such a long move. Like, it's such a long move. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like Incinerate, where it's multiple turns for one move. So timing that while Pokemon's using something like Psycho Cut is just so difficult. So I just switch. I didn't catch it in time, but he throws a Superpower. Or at least I hope this is a Superpower. Which will do neutral, because Flying Dark, fighting beats Dark, and Flying resist fighting. And then he swaps into Almamalama, or Alamamola. I don't know how to pronounce this thing. Now this thing is really throwing me off with the way it's attacking. I don't think I've ever fought one of these. So I'm trying to chime it, so you don't get an extra Waterfall in. So I'm trying to time it so that doesn't happen, and I can't. This thing's animation is so weird. It looks like it's throwing 2 waterfalls after one turn, and it really threw me off. But whatever. This thing is tanky. I definitely underestimated it. When I first saw the water, I thought it was a Politoed, and I thought, what? Why is there a Politoed? Oh, in a remix. But we should be fine. We're just going to keep on chucking these foul plays. Now he's throwing a move here, and I'm thinking, whatever, we'll just go down. Probably, I'm not even sure what to expect from this thing, and it is a Hydro Pump, which I'm more than okay with, which means he's energy dry. I can just Volt Switch down here, which is very good for me. So now I have a crap ton of energy on Alolan Raichu. And now he has a Shadow Scizor in the back. This thing is so glassy that I have 2 wild charges here. So I'm like guaranteed to take it out. Boom. First one gets a shield. I can go for a second one. And we're going to see a boom here. Not even super effective damage. And it's still just going to annihilate this thing. Boom. Huge damage. And now we're just going to swap into Poliwrath. And, I mean, that's GG. There's really nothing he can do. Foul Play's resisted, and Superpower doesn't do enough, and he gets debuffed after throwing it anyway, so this Scald should be taken out. So GG. I really appreciate seeing Spice. I like that. I like seeing new Pokemon being used. So yeah, ended up going 4-1 in this set. Pretty solid. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I should have a new one coming out very soon.